And so what do I think? I think that we need to rethink our multipolar world and the architecture around it. So in practice, that means we need the United Nations.
Yeah.
So let's have a United Nations with a reformed Security Council that has greater representation from the global south. Let's think about, as the UK, we're particularly committed to doing this. Let's think about how to, for us as the UK, to engage with countries like Indonesia from the global south, right, in a way that is about partnership, not paternalism, looking to solve global issues together.
Right.
So what's happened in China over the last 30, 40 years in terms of lifting people out of poverty is outstanding. Yeah. It is the first time in human history that many people, hundreds of millions of people, have been lifted out of poverty. But as we see from the Sustainable Development Goals, there are many, many hundreds of millions of people still who struggle to put food on the table every day. And addressing that in a way that doesn't mortgage the future of the planet,
right,
from a sustainability point of view, is something that the BRICS can't do on their own, the Security Council can't do on their own. We have all got to find ways of collaborating together. And it's also, thinking about global architecture in a multipolar world, it's not just a government-led world. You think about the impact that Amazon can have, or the energy majors like BP or whoever they may happen to be. These are massive players in the future of our planet from a development point of view, from a sustainable future perspective. Also, frankly, from a political perspective, because they can move markets and they can affect who gets elected by the way that they bring or don't bring prosperity to swing states in elections. So
right,
it's a really complex, multi-dimensional order at the moment, where, in all humility, I think we or I, as representing a country, I'm one actor among many.
Yeah. Well, I think it's safe to assume that as economies become larger,
mm-hmm,
they tend to think of what it would take for them to be able to create some sort of a strategic autonomy in a much more multipolar kind of world, right?
mm-hmm.
And call it Indonesia, call it India, call it Turkey or Mexico or Nigeria. Countries of their respective sizes, they tend to want to expand a little bit more on their freedom of choice as they try to climb the global order. I don't think it's going to be that easy, right? Without real investment in human capital, real investment in governance, real investment in infrastructure, real investment in how to become more competitive, right? And this is where I think it becomes more challenging when we're seeing so many democracies around the world. Paradoxically, the intersection between power and talent has become a little bit more, hazy.
Okay.
Right? You spend a lot of time on so many things. I want to pick up on just human capital first, right?
Right.